Good day and thank you for joining me for another 5-minute video. Today we'll be looking at the book of Ruth. The book of Ruth follows the book of Judges, and if you consider the first verse of the first chapter of the book of Ruth, it shows us that this occurs during the time of the Judges. Now the book of Judges does not mention this event, and I'm sure it cannot mention many other events, but this is one that the Bible decided we needed to focus on and come to read about this young woman named Ruth. If you need to, you can go back and look at the video on the book of Judges. Just a reminder that it was a dark time in the period of the history of Israel, but the book of Ruth shows us a brighter part of that history. Just to mention as well that the book of Ruth, the name of the book, she is one of two women who are honored in that way. And Ruth much more because we find her in the lineage of Christ as well. So the book of Ruth tells us about Ruth, and it also shows how she came to be a part of the lineage of Christ. Now, I know a lot of people say some things about the Bible and women, but I think this goes to show that even women are given honor in the Bible. And these are not just the only ones. There are many other women in the Bible who we could consider. Now, interestingly, with this book, Ruth is the main character or the main person we're looking at, but when the book starts, we do not meet her yet until later on in the text. So Ruth as well was a Moabitess, that is, she was a person from the land of Moab, so she was not a Jew like most other people would find in the Bible. And that is important, considering also what we said just a little bit earlier, that she is found in the lineage of Christ. So somebody who is not a Jew and is a woman is found in the lineage of Christ. And what's more, she is mentioned in there. So she is given much honor indeed. And I just wanted us to look at maybe the character of Ruth. Maybe just to get a good gist of that, you can look at chapter 1, verses 16 and 17, which are words that Ruth speaks to her mother-in-law when she was urging her to return home after her husband had died, because Ruth had married the son of Naomi, but that son had died, and Naomi was telling her, you know what, go back home, you'll find yourself another man. And she just said, no, please do not, just allow me to stay with you. At that time, it was spoken of by Ruth. It just shows her integrity. But if you go to chapter 3, verses 10 and following, we find somebody else speaking about Ruth in this way, showing her integrity. Now, I know a lot of young men today, maybe we look at TV, we see those women, those bad girls, the spy types, or those women beating up people, and we think that's the kind of woman I want to marry. But when we actually get around to it, when a man truly wants to settle down, have a family, this is the type of woman you're looking to marry. That's what most men are looking to marry, even those who would have wanted those types of women I was talking about before. So it is a good book to consider, and it's quite short indeed, 4 chapters. You can read it over and over again, more than 2 times, more than 5 times. It's a good book to know and to read. In fact, you will find some people quoting it at their weddings. I know we did it at our wedding. So she's a woman with a good character. We can teach young women to be molded after that kind of character. I mean, they do not have to be a carbon copy, but just to have some of that type of character, to follow that example. So yeah, That is the book of Ruth, and just to give a one-sentence summary of that, it tells us about the young woman Ruth, who is a Moabitess, a young lady from Moab, and shows us the integrity of her character, and shows us as well why she's honored to be mentioned, and that why we're reading about her so long after she has lived on the earth. And that is just one thing as well about God. You do well and you will be remembered and honored in such a way. So there are many things we could get out of this book, but just for a 5-minute video, I think that's a good general overview, just to get you going and some of the things to consider as you read the book. I hope this has been helpful to you, and if you know anybody else who can use it, please share it with them. Trying to encourage everybody to learn the Bible. It's really good to know. Enjoy your Bible studies. Thank you.